Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello to you and welcome back to the channel where this afternoon you join me at the Porsche Centrum in Essen, Germany, where I'm joining my friend John, Player1 on Instagram, who is collecting his brand new Porsche 911 991.2 GT3 RS, the car that is even more hardcore than my GT3, and it's in the proper colour, Lizardgrün. He is inside signing all the paperwork, but let's head in, meet John and see his new car. Hey John, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I can see the car.
Oh yeah.
Is everything ready?
It's ready, Will.
Can we go in and see it? Let's go and have a proper look. Here it is. Man, that looks good.
It does.
The Lizardgrün GT3 RS. The problem for me is that this is like the next step on from my car. Just seeing it makes it looks so cool. So
sorry for that, but...
No, it's all good, it's all good. Congratulations to you. This is epic. It's so nice. So come on then, run us through what you've done. What's the spec on your car?
So the spec is Lizardgrün, no visceral package. It's got the black rims with the Lizardgrün lining.
That looks good.
No ceramic brakes.
Track car.
Track car.
Which is actually the wrong way around. Everybody on the internet thinks ceramics for track, but if you actually want to drive track, steel brakes are better. They don't cost so much when you need to replace them.
Absolutely, 20,000 euros if you want to do.
Ooh, okay. That's nice. So
inside we have the black and green 918 seats.
Are these standard on the RS?
They're standard.
Okay,
you can choose
cool.
any seat.
Yeah, but the carbon, you can have the carbon bucket seat standard.
Right.
Nice. The
I mean,
bucket.
if you have the ability to have these without the surcharge, you take these, and they're much more comfortable actually. And
I find them quite straight. They're the same seat I have, but anyway, I like the green door pulls and the green seat belts and the green cage.
But what is a bit special, I have the full leather.
Yeah.
Plus the air vents in green.
That's unusual. Body painted with the green stitch.
Exactly. And then this comes in leather as well, instead of
yes, instead of the plasticky. Oh, it's chrome. Yeah, it depends which trim you have, right? Because normally it would match the middle.
Right.
Well, you've got the carbon fiber. You're just winning in every count right now.
So it's quite green.
It is quite green. If you don't like green cars, a green paint with a green wheel trim, with green seat belts, cage and seats would be a problem. It's going to come around the back. The massive picnic table on the rear. That would be perfect for eating many fast food takeaways off the back of.
And it will, indeed. We'll have, I don't do Burger King like you do, I do McDonald's, but it's going to see
it will happen.
Drives.
Some Big Macs on the back. Nice plate as well, nice short plate. You haven't driven it at all yet, have you?
No, it's been delivered here yesterday. You're the first person next to me to see it, and we're going to take it for a drive now. And
I think it's got about 15 kilometers on the clock.
I think.
Something
15,
like that.
17, something like that. So you're
literally.
Gonna be the host, I'm going to be your driver today.
I am looking forward to it. So, GT3 RS. Just because the audience might not remember, we drove in your previous Ultraviolet.
We did.
First gen, about 15 months ago now.
Yeah, it was last
Time
summer
flies.
or something. Time flies.
Last spring. I came with my Vanquish. I had the Vanquish. And now it has morphed itself into the brand new one. Let's see you drive this out, get it started up outside into daylight, and then it's time to experience the RS. Flat 6 fires into life. So, let's head. Let's get the car outside. Without getting run over, preferably here. Past the Miami Blue Carrera there. Delicate operation. Although no doubt Panameras and Cayennes come out through here, and here we have it outdoors. I love the Naka ducts on the front, the fender louver vents as well, the side intake for cooling. It looks awesome, man. So cool. What a weapon. 520 horsepower from the 4-litre flat 6. PDK 7-speed. You couldn't get the manual option on the RS. Black lights, good shout. What a beast. What a beast.
Tim, let's go for a ride.
For sure. Alrighty then. Oh, I hadn't noticed the green stripes on the gear stick. Those are nice.
Small little details.
Yeah, lots of them. Alright then, here we are. So, good old left-hand drive. I would be in the driver's seat in the UK.
But we're in Germany, and this is the key to happiness.
That is, painted key with a green keyring as well. About as perfect as it could be. Oh wow, wow, it's loud inside.
It is.
That's a louder startup. Clearly they've removed even more of the sound deadening behind the cage that sits behind us. So, you know roughly how to drive these things.
I think I do.
But brand new, literally only a few kilometers on the clock.
19 kilometers on the clock.
Yeah, that new car feeling, the smell, the look of it.
A Porsche is a Porsche. Somehow you can drive so many cars, and I know that a lot of people might or might not agree to that, but driving a Porsche is something different to a lot of other cars.
It's true. It's a complete precision tool. It's so absolutely spot on. And hey, without even having to use the lift, got over a bump there.
Never lift your car.
Never lift?
No, never lift.
Why not?
Because it looks awkward, and then people forget to put the lift down when they park. That is the biggest mistake.
And then you take the photos, and you look at the photos later, and the front end is sticking up in the air.
Something is off.
Yeah, I've definitely been guilty of that. When I got my GT3, I wasn't necessarily the quickest in the world at pressing the button down here to do it, but I love that the exhaust button is already pressed.
Always press your exhaust button. Never lift, always press the exhaust button. 2 things you need to remember.
Got it in one. So, how does it feel first drive? I guess when you're driving gently, quite similar to the old one.
Yeah, it does, but it's louder than the old one.
Yeah.
It's more, I don't know what the big difference is, but it seems much louder than the previous generation.
It's kind of a touch more of a visceral experience. But, I mean, this car, absolute pinpoint precision steering. It's a car that's designed for track work, lightweight, fast lap times. I mean, have they released the Nürburgring time for the RS yet?
For this car, I think it was 24 seconds faster.
Oh yes, it was just under 7 minutes.
Yes, I think it was 6:56 or something like that.
That's ridiculous. That's so quick. So quick. So this car goes around the Nordschleife it's basically the same kind of time that the 918 Spider did.
Yes, exactly.
Which is mental when you think about it. This is 520 horsepower. The 918 was 900 odd horsepower. Crazy difference.
But I can tell you one thing, it is green, this car. Everywhere I look,
yeah, everything. Across the scuttle at the front, the air vents. You could probably put a green screen on the navigation.
You could.
And you look in the mirror, you've got that view behind with the green cage.
But what is really interesting, what we had in our old video, the rear view of the GT3 RS is really much more daily drivable because I see underneath the wing.
Yeah, do you know that's a true thing versus my GT3. So in my GT3, when you look back, the wing is right in the middle of your eye line.
Exactly.
Like it blocks out what you see in the rear view mirror, but in the RS, you do look straight underneath it. If you can see backwards, it's so high up in the air that the sight line is underneath. The difference though is that the suspension is quite significantly firmer. I forget the exact number off the top of my head, but it's like 60% firmer or something in this car versus the GT3. It's all just a little bit noisier, a little bit rougher, but it is similarly kind of compliant. Just driving here, it's not exactly rough and uncomfortable, is it?
No, you will laugh, this is my daily driver.
I don't laugh, I can totally see this being a daily driver.
It is!
Why
it
not,
has a
right?
lot of luggage space in front. It has, if you
can squeeze some bags.
Squeeze bags in behind. And what the great thing is, actually it is on fuel consumption, it is very low.
Yeah, it's a 6-cylinder engine at the end of the day. And if you drive it sort of daily, gently driving, then you're not really working it particularly hard, are you?
No.
So we're just doing a first drive around the block, by the way, just to settle in.
Unfortunately, I cannot rev it until 9,000.
9,000 RPM seems a long way away at the moment, doesn't it?
That was 3.5.
Yeah. Told ya. Man, it's beautiful. This car is incredible. I have serious Porsche jealousy right now. The Audi dealership has an R8 up on a statue.
But it's the old one.
That's true, it is the old R8. But that is a lot of effort in any instance to get that up there. So how do you feel now that you've done 5 kilometers?
Really, 5 kilometers, a lot of fun in town. No, honestly, the car is great. I mean, Porsche is Porsche. I love the color, I love the car.
Can I just quickly say, reflection in the window. It's just disappeared behind the bush, but there was an amazing reflection of the car in the background right there. I always love looking at one's car in the window.
It's true, everyone does it.
I
did it with my very first car. I went by the shops, and in my town where I live, always look at the car in the reflection.
Yeah.
Great.
Especially when it's this bright, it stands out a mile away.
Well, you cannot hide with this car, really.
No.
You can hide in the forest, maybe.
I'm not necessarily sure about that.
In a green forest. Oh man, I would love to give it a... Oh, the brakes still need some running in.
Yep. And we're back.
And we're back. I love this raw feelings.
Yes, it's cool. I had casually parked the M5 just there, so we'll rescue that as well. The rattles and shakes. And we're also joined by another GT3, a .1 generation, the 3.8, a friend of John's that's also upgrading to a .1 RS at Porsche Centrum Essen as well. Off we go then, back towards Dusseldorf, and I'm back in my BMW M5 following John in the GT3 RS. But look at the size of the wing on the back of that car. It literally hangs out either side of the canopy so much. Obviously it's inside the rear arches, legislation dictates how big a wing can actually be, but it's basically some giant picnic table or ironing board on the back of a Porsche 911. It's quite frankly ridiculous. It's insane, it's cool, it's how it should be. It's a track car for the road, basically a cup car, that thing. I mean, even more so than the GT3. You just look at it though. You wouldn't hide anywhere with that thing. I thought mine was pretty indiscreet. That is even more indiscreet, but it's interesting to see Lizardgrün, considering what I now know my Gelbgrün looks like. They're very, very similar colours. I'd actually love to see them now side by side, so maybe we'll have to arrange that at some point, or at least I'll try and find one at an event or something so that I can see how similar the colours actually are. Here comes the troublemaker. So good. Even just the quiet bits of noise that you can hear out of it. Oh, just cruising along, bit of traffic up ahead unfortunately, but they're going to be right there again. Super cool. It's so bright. So good. It needs the valves open, it needs the valves always open, but there are such strict rules about exhaust noises in Germany. The factory cars have to be so quiet. I mean, they are everywhere these days. You either have to be higher in the revs, which you can only do when it's run in, or you have to have an aftermarket exhaust system, which here is difficult. You have to have TÜV approval, which means there aren't a whole lot of options and different choices you can actually go for. So factory exhaust basically is the way it has to last, which is the same for mine, of course, before everyone asks me to change my exhaust. It's a little bit complicated. Anyway, not too far to go now. We've arrived in John's garage, which is very strange for me because this garage is rather similar to mine in Frankfurt that also has the green 911 in it, but a big congratulations to him on his new bright green frog. I think that's pretty much the thing with these bright green 911s, especially in the main standout colour that you can get for the new GT3 RS. This is it though. What a cool car, what a cool day collecting it with him. This thing is going to sound amazing when it's fully run in and can be driven hard and proper. Inside, as we saw, it's very, very bold with all the bright green accents. But that's exactly how it should be, finished also with the GT3 RS stripe down the side. Again, part of the option pack that you can have on the car, different things that you can do with the design and different sides of it. So again, congrats to John. His Instagram link will be down below, Player One, but this is his new car. It is absolutely epic. Look forward to hopefully seeing it again in the future and hopefully maybe even lining it up with my GT3. But I'm going to wrap this one up for there. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, guys. I appreciate your support, but that is it for this time. I will see you again next time. Cheers.